some satisfaction in beating New Mexico?
I guess, just in general, I'll say this. It did help that because they have really, really hurt us in the running game the last 5 years. And, we were better tonight, no doubt about it. Actually, the last 6 years. I think you go 13, 14, the last 5, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And we did a good job against it this afternoon, which probably is probably the difference, in the game.
Do you feel third downs specifically on defense were a difference to get the sacks? And
We did. I'm going to my notes here. I thought so. You wish there were a couple others, where we had a chance, to get off the field on third down. In the second quarter, they got us on our heels a little bit. Yet in the second half, played really, really well defensively, and then offensively moved the ball. It's just inexcusable what happened with the fumbles. And, that's one of the things in which we take a ton of pride is our ball security. And we've been pretty good this year, and today we weren't, and that's something where we can fix. And yet you'd rather correct it after that result or that outcome.
And the series right before the half, to have them on the 5 and then to have the stop, was that pretty critical, you feel, in the game?
It was. I do wish we had a middle safety when they threw a ball in the middle of the field. To come up with a play there might have made it a little bit different. And yet we did keep them out of the end zone. And you take the stop on third down to be able to keep them out of the end zone, to come out in the second half and get a stop, and then offensively to be able to go down and score. I mean, there's kind of a transition in there. Even there's a 20-minute break in between that was quite helpful.
How's this feel to limit them to 24 and have 2 sacks, have that kind of game?
I think it went just how we wanted to go. I know we've been kind of struggling a little bit recently these last few weeks in the way we wanted to play, not coming out as strong as we wanted to. So it was nice coming out today and being able to stop them when we wanted to.
How big were those third downs? I mean, the 2 sacks, there's some other sacks from some other guys to really attack them on third down like that.
It's always good to get them off the field on third down, give the offense the ball, give them a chance to score, and get us some points on the board.
And Donald, the rushing game, every part of it was working. I mean, what's it like to direct that kind of show?
It was relatively easy. Coach told us coming to the game, we haven't had a 300-yard rushing game this year, and that was the mindset to pound it into them. And we know they weren't going to be like the most aggressive team, and get as many rushing yards as we could.
The message all week was just 3 for 3. Got to finish out. Got to win out. Was that? I assume that message was well received throughout the locker room all week.
Yeah. I mean, it was received, but it's also just take one game at a time. Yeah, we have 3 left, but to focus on the one that's ahead of us.
Was the game plan designed to get the tight end open a little bit more?
No. I mean, we rarely get a couple receptions here and there, but actually that was an on-the-field adjustment that we saw, and we just took advantage of it, and it was big time. It was awesome.
First of all, when you guys get 100 yards from your quarterback, 100 yards from your tailback, 100 yards from your fullback, is that just a recipe for success for Air Force football?
I think anytime you have that many people getting over 100 yards, it's going to be a recipe for success.
And how aware are you guys of the bowl situation, knowing you have to win out? I mean, is that something on your mind?
Very aware. That's one of our goals. Got to get to a bowl game. We didn't make it last year, and that was my freshman year, so I've never been to a bowl game. So it's a goal of mine, and to go to a bowl game, you have to win out.
After the last few games, guys coming up on the short end, to come out today, put a complete DM together, and put 42 up on the board, is it an ease? Is it more of a realization that this is what we can do every week?
I think we know we could do this every week. We just haven't done it. And for us to do it today, it means a lot to the team, and everybody's excited for the future.
Jordan, the message all week from the seniors was this 3-game stretch. Got to win all 3 to get to the bowl eligible. Was that reverberated through the locker room? Was that well received by everybody?
I believe it was. One of the things that Coach Cross was actually saying is like playoffs. So as everybody knows, in playoffs, you either win or you go home. So that's kind of the mentality we have right now, just trying to win and keep it going.
Anytime you get 100 yards from your quarterback, almost 100 from the fullback, 100 from the tailback, I mean, that's got to be a dream scenario for you.
Well, you want that. Yet again, golly, I mean, I don't know why it just sticks in your gut. You look down, you had 4 fumbles, and you lost 3 of them. And that's, I'll tell you this. I think one of the indicators a little bit, you look at penalties. We had 2. Which that means there was good focus that way. Like I said earlier, to try to hold your own against a running game and yet to hold on to the ball. I mean, those are, and they weren't mass. I mean, it was good contact, but it wasn't really stout hits, and there are going to be more hits like that.